Yo, what's good? This is the Ozzy and Sid report. Again, gotta say it 3 times like Dr. Umar. This is the Ozzy and Sid report. The Ozzy and Sid report. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us across the universe and the world. Shouts out to Philly and Jersey, my first homes. Texas being my third. Hey, so we're gonna get into this. This is me, Ozzy Oz, my co-host Sid, and also guest host Shid. They are not making the night IRL, but again, check out the Straight Shooters 94. I'm gonna hit you with one of these little quick audio updates and audio update about myself. I know y'all saw me looking like the Black Grizzly Adams. Yeah, I didn't shave off that hair. So I guess when I jump on, you'll see this whole thing just like, damn, high school again? Nah. But yeah, it feels good because it be hot. But anyway, let's get to it. Yeah, I just want to know, with these indictments, with these RICO charges, with the law of the land, tell us how you really feel like back in 2010, like for real, because I need to know. Every time you hand out these charges with the paperwork, with the indictment, there's like a noose come available in the paperwork. Like, yo, we here to serve you. You know, when the SWAT, like, yo, we got the subject at hand. Like, did they kick into, like, they throw a noose? Like, you know how they throw smoke bombs? Like, do they throw a noose to lynch a nigga in the door? Like, yo, this is the police department. Get down with the Homeland Security. Like, goddamn. I mean, I'm really convinced when they bust to the door, they be like, yo, we got us some nigger. Catch him, nigger. We got us a hang in the night. Hang in the night. Yo, check out the Nas album. It was written. Intro is fire because it starts off like that. But I really think they just be like, niggers, we got to get them. Oh, we got us one. Gonna have us a hang in the night. Like, is it the option to either go to the courthouse to face a jury of supposed peers, or did they be like, yo, just bang this left and this right, and it's the third tree down past the barn? Like, I really want to know, because goddamn, they sweeping us up like crazy. And I know y'all been seeing all the craziness and the fodder on the internet, okay? Like, yeah, it's been a lot said, a lot of information divulged that we didn't know about because we are still in this era of information. And y'all might say, yeah, a lot of these rappers, a lot of these podcasters, a lot of these people doing for content, whatever. I don't know what else to call it, but people doing it for the Vine, for the vid, for the post. Like, okay, yeah, I get that. There's definitely that accountability at hand. But yo, like my great cousin that was like an uncle to me, rest in peace to him. Like he used to say, yo, don't piss on me and tell me it's rain like the morning Sunday dew. Like, come on, man, this is America. This is Western civilization. We idolize this gangster, this mob mentality-ish. Like, come on. Like, the other complexion out there, the part of the powers that be, they make a mob movie every year. They make series about it. They do investigating documentaries. Like, come on, bro. And I know they did sweeps on them and they shut down the mob, slowed them down. That's where we're gonna leave it at. But let's keep it real. They still made out better up in the hand with, I feel like, with Vegas, the gambling, being in the political realm, owning lands and businesses. I'm not saying black gangsters don't get that handed. Like, we don't make out like that sometimes, which we do, but it's very, very, very small and rare numbers. But they just been sweeping people up. But they said, starting at Cosby, once he was talking about NBC and buying the oil land, they took out Michael. They was like, you not about to own all Marvel and half of Sony and all the catalogs outside of Universal. Nah. And quick side note, quick Kanye rant. Oh, and to make a quick joke, I see why Kanye's wearing that Black Klansman outfit. Super pause on that. But I guess he's wearing that outfit out there because he want to blend in. Like, nah, don't take me, niggas. Like, I got my passport because, you know, now they want everybody to have a passport, which they said that's another little oppression targeting, trying to get people locked. Just more shit to lock up. But that's very rare, very few in numbers. And the side note was, yes, like again, like Dr. Umar. I'm gonna bring this in full circle. The side note was that with Bill Cosby, if he did some nasty work, I see cheating on his wife, but I still never got that case because they kept returning. So that means they went home. They partied, went home, had a day. I'm assuming these things are closer to the weekend, but who knows? It's Hollywood. And then they came back a second, a third, and repeatedly. And it's just funny, like 50 years later, oh, he did nasty work, but y'all kept going. Like, you went home and you remember the night after y'all was partying so hard. And then you're like, oh, yeah, that's what I did. And then you go back. I don't know. Sometimes common sense is not common these days, pun intended, but it is what it is. But that brings me back to a full circle. Again, shout out to Dr. Umar. And if people wondering why, shout out to Dr. Umar, because look, I'm dark as a midnight hour. And I've just been pro-black all my life. My mom was my Malcolm X, implementing school programs to teach about people and other cultures and communities, besides just to whitewash what we get. Because when they was talking about, oh, they came to America, got along with the Pilgrims, and had a meal, and when my mom was at home, she was teaching me like, nah, they came in, bullied, brodied them for it, on some fugazi-ish, and slaughtered them, and that was it. So if you want to know a little bit more about that outside of my knowledge, yo, Exterminate the Brutes on Max or HBO Max. Check out that documentary. It's something like Exterminate the Brutes. That's a good documentary. But again, I went on a tangent. Pause, sorry about that, but I'm not sorry. But anyway, this is what I was saying about with Dr. Umar staying pro-black, because I agree with his rhetoric. And hey, I could have been out there hopping because, for a good portion of my life, especially in school, I was always a token. But I came up very balanced because my black card was always intact. But, I could have got some violations. Like, you hopping too much. But anyway, let me stop making these jokes. So what I'm getting at is that people like Bill Cosby, even the nastiest work, I don't even want to mention his name, even like with the Diddy trial, even with these murders with, I don't want to mention the drill rappers for shots. I don't want to mention too many names because now it sounds like, I'm looking at the paperwork. But like Dr. Umar said, we have to start policing and taking care of our own. So if, somebody's doing nasty work, which is nasty work, hey, they get demonstrated and some examples being made. And we protect our innocents, even the ones that get accused or the victims that are innocent. We protect them. That's what we need to get back on. Because guess what? The other complexions, there's been a lot of stuff in the news, and last time I checked, it came and it went. The wrestling dude, the CEO that gave us a lot of programs, I think it's McMahon. If I got it wrong, right, I don't know why. I hope I'm not mixing the names. I used to see it because it was a big thing when I was younger. It still is. I think McMahon. He had, or was it the other dude? One of them wrestling dudes that own like one of the leagues, like they got nasty work like Diddy. The Spacey, the old head actor, good actor. He got nasty work out there. The Abercrombie and Fitch, the one with the model dudes and the whatever. He got nasty work, but we don't hear about that. Yo, they exposed New York City. Now, for those that are not from up north, like me, okay, and love other parts of the country, to give you the geography, that part of the country on the Northeast is so old, they didn't literally build cities on top of cities, okay? Now, I don't know if this was like an older part of the city or they purposely built these tunnels, but they found tunnels last year in 2024, tunnels last year. It was reported like New York Times, CNN, they reported the story and ran it, saying that they found tunnels under New York City, particularly Manhattan, where they do a lot of and a lot of other parts of the city where they do a lot of money in big business district. And they had tunnels under there with beds, sheets covered in blood, fecal matter and stains, and more blood, and just mattresses with cameras and stuff with undergarments. It was kind of weird. Now, it wasn't us with the melanated skin. I don't even think it was brown people, but it was the other complexions. But that story came and went. Huh? Now I know, and I don't know, because I was not there. I'm not convicting that man anything. But from what we know, the general concise is, yeah, there was some nasty work done by the Diddler. No Diddy, Super Pauls, Puff Daddy, Brother Love, You Got It, Mr. Diddy Run the City. Still a great artist. And like I said, I'm not throwing on the fire because a lot of stuff is coming out. And it's just, this public judgment and opinion, this got to slow down. Yeah, he might have done some nasty work. We saw the video. That's one nasty work. Okay, we got that out the way. But mattresses and tunnels and blood and cameras and evidence of abuse, that seems like a whole level way over, even though he's on a whole nother level. But that, yeah, so that's what I'm saying with these indictments. That's why we gotta start policing our own, because they do. But man, I still didn't get to the subject at hand. Well, my whole point of this content tonight was until the powers that be, and I move with God and run with God. I got God energy in me, so definitely protected. And one thing with our culture, it's vast and there's a lot of dynamics to it, but there are real big portions of culture in our communities, but it's not all of it. But this is an important one. Yo, give us our music back. We like damn near invented music. Like what? They said Bach or Beethoven, one of them is actually black or a quarter black, whatever. But give us some music. Like, I didn't even get to the entertainers, but y'all just locking up all the, like, yo, they about to go to Memphis to get some popular rappers. You do the math to figure it out. I'm not running this paperwork. They already did YSL. YSL is not a game, okay? You know what Thugger was on his way to do? He was buying land in ATL, buying it up by the boatload to develop it. But then they run into this case. Now they spinning the block to get another popular ATL rapper. They already got Sue Surfing the battle rapping. They got him, they picked him up. The good rappers from Chi-Town just drilling. Picked him up. Like, yo, when is it going to start? They try to take down the big homie. He had to fight for his name. Like, they trying to take all of us. At least generations before, they just found like, oh, they was just gay and having a whole bunch of orgies. Okay? And sometimes they did weird things like married their adopted kids, which is nasty work. But I'm just saying, they making it damn near impossible for like my parents. They can like, oh, that came out, all right. They can still kind of stomach and listen to the music. Like, it ain't that egregious where it's like they cancel out catalogs. And remember, a lot of people got DSPs. So, I mean, unless you out there buying records, actually, these are downloading it. A lot of that stuff is stream-based. Or you got to dig for it. Cause some stuff you really got to get mailed to you through Amazon. You ain't going to have ish to listen to. And the last time I checked, I like a lot of things in life, like being athletic, watching games, especially watching live sports. I like boxing. You know, I love my wife. Got to say that, corny. But nah, I do. I love my family. I love my wife. I like where I'm from. I like traveling. I like just having good times. I just like playing good music. That's what I was about to say. You know why? Because in all that, music is connected. So please don't cut off some of my lifeline. Okay? Because I get my highest form of elevation. Praises be to the Most High and the highest power. This is Jesus Christ, your Lord and Savior. Alhamdulillah. Face to east. I get my highest power when I be working out. Because I'm trying to get in that zaddy mode. Okay? I am pops. I ain't that old, but you know, I'm just staying in shape. Okay? And with that, listen to music, like, I need that. But now y'all about to just rob me for the music? Because y'all want to, again, like I said, y'all want to be out there lynching niggas? Because that's what y'all really, that's how you really feel, just lynching niggas. Like, oh, you get an indictment, and you get an indictment, and you get an indictment. You out there hitting it like Oprah. Like, goddamn. And lawyers are expensive. But, I know I've been out here ranting. Been out here on my Yeeziness. Again, I gotta make that joke. I see why Yeezy is wearing that crazy outfit. Crazy, which is nasty work. Listen to the music, but it's nasty work. Wearing a Klansman outfit. Crazy work. I'm not condoning it. But I get it. Like I said, that joke earlier, I guess he wants to fit in and blend in. Make sure like, nah. You see what I'm wearing? This should be my pass. Like, don't throw no paperwork on me. Damn. This man, it's getting that bad. But at the end of the day, like I always say, man, to get Hallmark serious moment, yo, just be out here and move careful, please. Because it's just not happening to the people on high levels with money. They attacking them more because they have the resources. That's what it is. That's one of it. They don't want to have access to the resources. But the whole new passport mandate rule that they might pass, look into that. And then in certain states, they're doing a they're doing for all fathers in certain states a pre-child support tax before birth, or some shit like that. Now, what does that sound like to you? Like I said, man, just move smart, because basically the government is saying, basically it's the civilization saying, like, yo, if you want to be on that type time, then we are making no room for you to do any type of nigga shit. Like, again, they said we are cutting out all the spaces and making no room and pushing all that out for you not to do no nigga shit. Okay? And every culture got this, like, what the old heads say, the backslider part of the culture. Like, yeah, we be on some ninja-ish, and that's what we do. But that's just not makes up of all of us. But god damn, you don't gotta take the bus and run over and bring it back and bring the tow truck and drop a bomb. Like, damn, have you ever heard of a second chance? Don't get me started. Because the whole U.S. is built on a second chance. That's why ninjas came over here. They be like, yo, we're getting a second chance. Forget over there. But anyway, to my peoples, to my black and brown people, because brown people included in this too, they get railroaded. They tossing them out the country. Yo, just stay firm. Move whatever type of spiritual elevation you got. Move with that. Move in spirit and protect yourself. Like Kendrick Lamar said, don't have me with these. Don't keep these lame niggas around me, okay? Don't confuse them with me and tell them you move a God and you a God by unprotected, because they need to slow down, because you need to put your energy and hustle on something else, like being out here making it and doing progress. Nah, we need to progress forward and get this bag and make an impact. So hello, new world. I'm out. This is the Ozzy and Sid Report, and also go check out Straight Shooters 94. Be good. Yo, what's good? This is the Ozzy and Sid Report. Again, gotta say it 3 times like Dr. Umar. This is the Ozzy and Sid Report. The Ozzy and Sid Report. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us across the universe and the world.